Hello and welcome to FPL Weekly by Soccer Talk. What a stunning opening to the Premier League we have had. We have Bruno Fernandes scoring a hat-trick. We have Mohamed Salah with massive attacking returns. We had Paul Pogba with 4 assists. And do let me know how many of you guys did follow my captaincy tip that I gave you in the last video in the comment section below. And without further ado, we'll just get right into the video, which is about the game week 1 reaction. So guys, we are not shooting with a webcam today, so bear with me because I just wanted the video sound quality to be good, and as I have a noisy neighborhood right now, I came into a corner of my house. It's a dark place, so I just couldn't use my webcam because its picture quality wouldn't be good, so bear with me. So as you can see on the screen, I have had 102 points right now, which will be bonus points will be added into them, and it will become, I guess, 105 with 3 Antonio bonus finds. So pretty much very happy with my game week. Both of Bruno Fernandes and Mohamed Salah gave massive attacking returns. In my previous game week 1 team selection video and captaincy video, I suggested you guys to go for Bruno Fernandes as a captaincy choice, but myself didn't go for it. On the deadline day or deadline hour, I changed it from Bruno to Salah and gave my captain's armband to Salah. And when Bruno scored that hat-trick, I was just devastated. I didn't think Salah would score a hat-trick, but he also did pretty good. He got a hat-trick and 2 assists and also 3 bonus points. So that took Salah's tally with the captainship armband and bonus points to 34. Bruno, I guess, would have got 40, so that's 6 points out of my hand, or I would have had 111 this game week. Nevertheless, I am very satisfied with my team, with my points. So only 3 players banked this week, that is Luke Shaw, Ding and Sanchez. Rest all gave very good attacking returns. Even Eiling on the bench, who I didn't expect anything from, also got a score, also scored a goal and got 6 points. Though Leeds were very weak defensively, they were very vulnerable on the counter attack, and Man United did play with a high tempo. They did not just counter attack but took the game to the Leeds, as we all expect them to at Old Trafford. But seeing that lineup, I was a bit worried, seeing McTominay and Fred in the middle of the back. But Man United got a result. All our assets, or our main assets I should say, Fernandes and Greenwood, did get attacking returns. Also Paul Pogba got 4 assists. Last whole season he got 3, and then against Leeds he got 4, so he is the one you should keep an eye on. He didn't play in the center of the midfield, he played on the little left hand side. And if they go with 4-3-3 as Oli has suggested in the preseason press conferences, I guess Paul Pogba is also going to be a very interesting FPL asset. So regarding Ding, I thought Everton looked pretty much a Benitez team already. They were pragmatic in the first half. Second half they did make a comeback because of Richarlison. He was just brilliant. I thought Richarlison was better than Dominic Calvert-Lewin, though Dominic Calvert-Lewin did score their third goal on a header. So I think in the next game Everton would get better attacking wise too. But although everyone knows that Rafael Benitez teams are pragmatic, and so that's true for Ding. Sanchez actually considered a goal on the corner, and he was pretty poor in saving that corner, but he also did create a big chance, and that's very odd for a goalkeeper to create. So that's it for Sanchez, only 2 points. Then Alexander-Arnold and Tsimikas, as expected, gave a clean sheet, but I also expected Liverpool or Alexander-Arnold to give attacking returns to at least an assist against Norwich. But nevertheless, Liverpool were good, got 2 clean sheets from them, so that's 12 combining Alexander-Arnold, Tsimikas. And Greenwood, as expected, did score, but he only got 1 bonus point, as Bruno and Pogba racked up all the bonus points, goals, and assists. But Greenwood was pretty good. He led the line yesterday as a number 9. But when Cavani, I think, will be back next week, and I don't think Greenwood will play as a number 9. He might play on the right wing or even might get benched, as Sancho will be training the whole game week. So I and you guys too have to keep that in mind, that Greenwood might get benched in the next or the game week 3. So Mohamed Salah and Bruno Fernandes, I have already talked about. They are just FPL kings. They are unstoppable. They are the ones you should be going for. If you don't have either of them, I think you need to take a good hard look at yourselves, why you have kept these two star assets out of your team. So in the striking line, I had Wilson, Ings, and Antonio. Wilson, as expected, did score against West Ham United. In the first half, Newcastle United were pretty good, but in the second half, West Ham United just changed gears and scored 4, I guess. Antonio got a goal and an assist, and also he did miss a penalty. And his teammate Benrahma also got 10 attacking returns. He was good too. I don't have him in my team, but I'm pretty much good with the attacking returns. Is just my 2 defenders didn't give returns, rest all were good, so I'm pretty satisfied with my attackers. Ings also scored a penalty on the 97th minute. Aston Villa didn't look that good without Grealish, but I think when they have a week's training section with all their players back, I think they will be solid again at the back, and Ings will surely get good attacking returns, although he just has 2 games for me, because after the 3rd game week I am going to transfer him out, because they will be facing Chelsea, Everton and Man United in a row. So on my bench were Ayling, Bissouma and Brownhill. Brownhill didn't start, so if you have a 4.5 player in Brownhill, take note, Jack Cork started instead of Brownhill, but he did came on and gave 1 point. I am actually gonna transfer him out in 3 or 4 after 3 or 4 game weeks. That's my plan already. My main 4.5 million the midfielder is Bissouma, so I don't care whether Brownhill starts or not. Ayling scored a stunner, as I've said earlier. He got 6, and Ben Foster with nil because Backman started. So 105 points I think will take me nearly 500 up in top 200 to 300k, and that's pretty good for me. So next game week, if you take a look at my team, I think I'll go with Shaw, Dean, Alexander-Arnold and Tsimikas in the defense, Greenwood, Fernandes and Salah in midfield, Wilson, Ings and Antonio in attack. That is the same team as I had in game week 1. And Ayling has a chance of coming in if Tsimikas gets benched, because I don't think he had a very great game. He had a decent game, but he was caught out many times against Norwich, and against Burnley I think Chris Wood and others will be targeting him, so I think Tsimikas might get benched. So in that case I will have Ayling as my first substitute, will come in, and I also think there is a chance of Greenwood getting benched, so keep that in mind. So I'll be posting that in my final team selection video. So this is how my team looks right now for game week 2. So that's it guys for today. Do let me know how you performed in the comment section below. That is how much points did you get for game week 1. And follow us on Instagram at Soccer Talk Official. And finally, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for timely reminders. And see you in the next one. Good luck.